Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus. Last time, we tackled the Jimny objectives and mini-games that were in the base game of Kingdom Hearts 2. In this episode, we're going to be tackling some of the new challenges that were added in the game. In particular, we are going to be tackling the 13 mushrooms. You might have noticed them throughout the game. I have been purposely trying to ignore them because I wanted to do it for this video. Now, I will say right now, the first mushroom, mushroom number 1, you must beat the game at least once in order to unlock this mushroom for where it's going to be. And that's sort of why I didn't want to do these two out of order, but then I decided, you know what, this is the only mushroom that is in that particular category, so I decided, you know what, let's just do it that way. So, for this one, what you're going to need to do, and I recommend having all your abilities fully leveled up, and what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be using a lot of berserks and a lot of combo minuses, as is usually the case. Now, there are two different types of objectives for these ones. The first one is just simply to play with them. The second one is to meet their hidden challenges, which some are a lot more difficult than others. So, right now, what we're going to start off with is, we're going to be doing mushroom number 1, which is at the skyscraper after you beat the game. Mushroom number 1, your best bet, go final form. What we have to do for this one when we play with it, it will use reversal. Wait a while before you end up using reversal, because if you mash it, then you will end up, just being stuck in an infinite loop. If he catches you, he will run into you. You have 30 seconds to get 70 hits. But if you get 99 hits, you meet an S requirement. These lovely little things have an S requirement, similar to how the Pink Agaricus did. Your result for getting an S requirement for it, you will get a new weapon for Donald and Goofy that tend to be some of the most powerful ones in the game. But there we go, we beat that challenge, and once you do, you will gain a new wand for Donald, and a bunch of new items that were added in for Final Mix, as well as completing the challenge for that mushroom. So, now we're going to go on to the next mushroom, which will be inside of Christmas Town, after you end up beating the experiment. Now for this one, I recommend using Stitch, as well as having a Keyblade that has a lot of MP, hence why I have the Ultimate Keyblade, even though technically in-game I don't have it yet. And this is another reason why. Why do you want to use Stitch? Because Stitch will actually restore your MP during this one, which is pretty simple. Oh, he's adorable. So, what you do is play with this one, and what this one will do is will launch projectiles at you that you have to reflect back at him. Just keep on doing this throughout the rest of the time while you're here, and you will be fine. To get the Jimny objective, you have to hit him 85 times, so I recommend using Reflect. You can also use Final Form to end up helping off, because when you glide with Final Form, the Keyblades actually deflect shots. But Reflect generally works a lot for this one. He will move around over time, and he's actually pretty smart when he fires, so you need to watch out for that. Sometimes he fires a lot slower, sometimes he fires faster, like that one right there. That actually ended up making it that I couldn't get the S rank. Now, there is a variation based on what type of weapons they give you. The even numbers will always give you a shield. The odd numbers will give you a wand. If you make the S rank requirements, you will get some of the most powerful shields and wands in the game. In fact, I will be using Donald's ultimate wand by the end of this game, as I end up getting an S rank requirement. I unfortunately do not get one for Goofy. But there we go, that is a score of 88, and as always, we get a bunch of prizes. So I am off to the next one. So, I think we should head on now to the bridge inside of Beast Castle. Now for this one, I recommend equipping the Follow the Wind Keyblade, having every single draw ability maxed out, and having a few draw rings. Because, as you can see, we're going to be collecting orbs for this one. For this one, to meet the Jimny objective, you just have to get 450 of the orbs. To get the S rank requirement, you have to get 500, which is the maximum, which is a lot harder than it sounds. I've never been good at this one, believe me. Some of these ones are more annoying than others. You don't need to do S ranks unless they're honestly just for bragging rights. That's all they're for. And then you get, that pretty cool weapon for Donald or Goofy. In this case, since it's an odd number, it would be a wand, but I already get a wand, and there's an easier one to get the wand for, believe me. Now, just keep on flying through here, and you'll eventually get it. There, I have 400, so I just need a few more. Come on, give me 10 more. And there we go. That meets his requirement. So, he's happy, and he does fireworks. You know that you met the requirement because they'll be happy and do a bunch of fireworks. So, now we're going to go to the Land of Dragons. This is one that I ended up skipping a lot of the time. Now, for this one, I recommend the Fenrir completely get rid of all combos. And we're going to use Wisdom Form. Another thing that these mushrooms do is they use a lot of Wisdom Form to make Wisdom Form at least a more useful form in the game. Because believe me, how many times would you have gone Wisdom Form? So for this one, what we have to do is we have to kill, I believe it is 85 of these mushrooms. Now, if you get hit once, the game is over. They will constantly be going after you, so what I recommend is just go in a circle like I am right now. As you can see, I already had a record of 80. I actually did that one off screen because these guys, and all the mushrooms as well, tend to give you a lot of drive recoveries, which is where I generally got a bunch of my drive recoveries. I didn't want to have to do them because I didn't want to have them in the journal and I wanted to save it, but, you know, sometimes you need the drive recoveries, and the time it took to grind it up, that for synthesis would have just taken a while. So this is honestly your best bet. Just keep doing that. After a while, they will get more and more health. Now, for the S rank one on this one, you just have to kill 100 of them, which is actually a lot easier. In fact, this is one of the ones that you can generally use to get the shield for Goofy, which is a good one in case you need to. Having Berserk for this one would also help out, but either way, that completes that one. He's happy, and he's gone. So, now we're going to go on to what is probably the easiest mushroom in the game, and that is inside of Agrabah in the treasure chamber, is mushroom number 5. So, for this one, same as before, combo minuses all around, and what you need to do is use limit form. With the combo pluses, what we have to do is we have to get rid of this Heartless's health within 15 seconds. Pretty simple. He is probably the easiest Heartless in the entire game, and he is the one that I ended up using to get me the Ultima Keyblade. But, there we go. That completes that objective, and as a result, we completed all the objectives inside of Agrabah. So, now we're going to go on to the next Heartless, which is annoying. But for this one, I recommend having Thundaga equipped for it, because it is an annoying Heartless. For number 6, go to the lock inside of the underworld, and where you fought Demix beforehand, you will find Heartless Mushroom number 6. For this one, you have to kill them all within 45 seconds. This one is one of the few that took me a long time to do. I am talking about 10 minutes to do this one, ladies and gentlemen. Believe me. It's annoying. I recommend having Mega Ethers equipped on, so then you can end up using them so you don't run out of magic. For the S rank one, I believe you have to do this within 30 seconds, which is something that I find to be a pain in the butt, so I'm not going to do it because I'm not good enough to do it. So, there we go. And now we're on to some of the last ones, so keep on wailing on them. If at first you don't succeed, don't worry. Just leave the screen once and then come back, and the Heartless will actually end up coming back. These spawn whenever you leave an area and then come back. You don't have to leave a world or anything, they just come back. So, that takes care of that. As you can see, I have the Fatal Crescent Keyblade equipped as well as the Ultima Keyblade, which I ended up putting on final form. But now that we're done with that one, we're going to go and take on another annoying Heartless. And this one is inside of Twilight Town, inside the Tunnelway. It is number 7, which is a main Berserker. So what I recommend for this one, go final form, and just simply do this. So what you have to do is, you have to kill this Heartless within 10 seconds in order to do it. I believe for the S rank, it is, I believe, 5 seconds or so. I do not remember the S rank for this one. I don't remember every single S rank, but I do remember the Jimny objectives. So, now that that one's done, now we're going to go on to probably what is my most hated mushroom in this game, and that is number 8. For number 8, go to Yen Sid's magical tower, and he will be on the outside. Be final form for this one, and never finish your combos, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be juggling him for a while. This one is annoying. I will legitimately say this one took me 30 minutes to do. This one is difficult. If it touches the ground once, like so, it's over. And I barely even touched it, so he only did a little clap and gave me a few pity items. I wanted to keep that one as a frustration in. At this point, I was ripping my goddamn hair out. This one is evil. I always suck at this one. For the S rank one, you have to get 99 hits, but I can't do that. I can't. I can barely get the 85 required for it. So yes, this one has 85. It's another odd number mushroom. Not odd, another even number mushroom, which is annoying. Your best bet is to try and get him stuck into a corner, but just don't finish your combos, because if you finish your combos, he'll fly far, as you can see. I've never seen anyone attempt this without Final Form before, so only use Final Form, it will save you. Right? And here I was going, just finally, thank God, I am done. So with that, number 8 is done after 30 goddamn minutes. Oh my God. So now we're going on to the next one, which was fought where we killed Demyx. Ironically enough, it is number 9. For this one, have the Fatal Crescent Keyblade equipped if you want, and Horizontal Slash. Because what we're going to be doing is, we have to keep this guy spinning, and to do that, just keep on hitting him. Wisdom Form works well for this one, but if you use Horizontal Slash like I am currently using, you will get him to 99, which is, this is the only one I will be doing as an S rank, actually. To get the regular one, you just have to spin him 75 times. But if you do the Horizontal Slash method like I am doing, then you will get it to 99 in no problem. And then give Donald an extremely good rod. In fact, it's actually better than Save the Queen, which as you can see is equipped right now for Donald and Goofy. Well, actually, those are Save the Queen and King Plus. But I was so excited because it took me forever to get this one. So, I see my new wand. So, Donald, meet your new wand with MP Haste for up to 75%. It has more magic than Save the Queen and Save the Queen Plus. As you can see, that one is staying on there. So, now go to Isle de Muerta for number 10. For number 10 to spawn, you need to have done Isle de Muerta and Port Royal for the second time. What it does is, it will spawn in a room right before the treasure room of the Aztec Gold. And this one's gonna seem a little bit familiar, because number 10 is exactly like the Black Ballad from Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. Look for the right one, and then track it with your eye, and then go and wail on him. Only this time, I don't have to worry about bullshit luck to get them. Now for this one, to meet the requirement, you have to kill it within 55 seconds. I believe the S rank requirement for number 10 is 40 seconds, I believe. I'm not that good at the S rank times. I will put it on screen, of course, whether it is. They will get faster over time, just like how the Black Ballad did for every single time that you ended up doing it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they used the Black Ballad's coding for this. Right, and oh, so close. All right, so he jumps around, and he's right there. I see you. So, there we go. I actually barely beat that one, because that one takes 55 seconds, but as a result, we are now done. So, now we're going to go to the next requirement. But there's going to be a cutscene that ends up spawning, which is actually one of the few cutscenes that took me a while to translate, because this is actually a cutscene that, believe it or not, was screwed up inside the patch. And instead, we'll just be doing scripting numbers. So, our next stop is Timeless River, which means we have to go to Disney Castle. Please note, this is after I already beat the game. And as a result, we have a new thing that's at Disney Castle since I already beat the game. And I think you guys know what that challenge is. So, it's going to play this cutscene right now. This actually took a while to translate too, because, again, this one was a little bit difficult to see. A thing over there. Oh no! The memories. Possibly. That's another possibility. It could go to the past. Or it could be a trap by Organization 13. Either way, I think for right now, we should agree with Sora and be careful when examining that thing. ladies and gentlemen, that portal leads to the Lingering Will, otherwise known as the Enigmatic Soldier. But we're not going to be dealing with him. No, we're going to go and deal with mushroom number 11, which is in Timeless River. For this one, use Wisdom Form and have the Rumble Rose Keyblade. I also recommend taking off all Combo Plus abilities and having Combo Minus. So, let's get to this one. For this one, we have to get his counter all the way down to 0 in 19 seconds. As you can see, I almost beat that by 1909. The S rank for this one is 15 seconds. It's, again, something that I have a hard time with. He jumps around a lot, which is what makes this really difficult for me. But once you're done, there you go. And I barely beat that one. So, that takes care of mushroom number 11, which means we only have 2 left. So, our next stop is going to be back to Twilight Town. But, as you can see, we are done with all the requirements for Timeless River. So, next stop, Twilight Town again. Here we are at Twilight Town now. And for this one, have the Fatal Crescent Keyblade equipped, Berserk equipped, and make sure Wisdom Form is all the way up. Because we gotta deal with Larxenes. We have to kill clones yet again, ladies and gentlemen. For this one, you have to kill 40 of them within the time limit to meet the Jiminy objective. For the S rank, you have to get 50. As you can see, I got 39, and I was pissed. This was actually another one that took me a little while. Not as long as number 8, though. Number 8 was the worst. Number 8 was the worst out of the entire list. Number 6 was second, and this one was probably third. This one took me, if anything, 9 or 10 minutes to do, which is why I hated it so much. Because, unfortunately, the pillars can get in your way sometimes. Luckily, these things only disappear with one hit, but just keep firing at them, and soon enough, we will be at the 40 requirement. So, come on, let's... Oh, come on, stupid pillar. Nope, I'm this close. I'm not losing. I'm not losing. I am this close. Nope, 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 nope. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Barely managed to do it. So, with 40, that completes the requirements. He's happy, does his little dance, and disappears. But the moment you have completed all 12 of the mushrooms and their secondary challenge, a new challenge appears in Hollow Bastion. And that is mushroom number 13 will appear. So, I think it's about time we go and tackle and finish up the 13 mushrooms. So, what we're going to be going is to the Crystal Fissure. And inside the area where we fought the 1,000 Heartless, as long as you have finished one of the mushrooms, all the other mushroom, no other Heartless will spawn here. But, go right here, and all the other Heartless will appear. And do a dance once you have completed the requirement. A pillar of light comes from the top. So, I think we're done. And where it comes down? Number 13. To, you guessed it, congratulate you. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You have completed the 13 Mushroom Challenge. And as a result, you have gained the Winner's Proof Keyblade, the second new Keyblade to this game. And the proof for the winners, which is basically winner's proof. What this does is give you a little bronze crown on your head, or whatever other crown you might end up having, because you might have done another one. And they all just disappeared. Don't worry, you can redo the mushrooms as many times as you want, but now we have the Winner's Proof Keyblade. The Winner's Proof Keyblade is the strongest Keyblade for Magic in Kingdom Hearts 2 in general. Beforehand, the strongest one was the Fatal Crescent, but this one gives you a 7 in Magic and a 5 in Attack. But its ability is XP 0. This is a Keyblade I always have equipped on Final Form. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That completes the 13 Mushroom Challenge. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This is Moroxis1359. We're going to be doing another challenge next. I know you guys probably want to get back to story, but don't worry, we'll be getting to story soon enough. See you guys next time.